Asking for clarification and confirmation that the information you currently have is correct is so good, especially as an employee or an entrepreneur. And how can you make it even more effective? So I've currently got I've currently got a closer who is trialing for my company, and he is pretty switched on, I'm glad to say. One of the areas that he could improve at the moment is with this exact thing, is he's asking questions, and right now what it looks like is he's saying, here is the question, can you give me the whole rundown? Now this is typically the question we get from clients or prospects who are less informed. I'll explain how it all works, right? A lack of specificity. And it shows a fundamental missing of understanding and context, right? So, to improve on this, take one step closer and ask specific questions. And even better than that, it's to give your understanding of the situation. So say, hey boss, just want to make sure that I have this down correctly. I think that it works X, Y, Z. Have I missed anything? That's a way better question to ask than, hey, can you just give me the whole rundown on this one thing? Because from a manager's perspective, the first question, the better one, takes way less time to respond to. They don't have to go and do a whole training from start to finish. They can say yes if it's all good, spot on, and if it's not, just correct the areas that need correcting, right? The second part of why this is so effective is because when you explain something from the ground up each time, you are improving your own ability and your own understanding of this area, which is why teaching is one of the best ways to learn, and this is an example to do so. By presenting back your understanding of how something works, you are gaining clarity on the unique scenarios and the whole process from start to finish. So that boosts your understanding and your ability of it. It increases how pleased your manager will be about responding to this. And the third one, this is huge, is it will actually shift your entire mindset. If you start changing your questions from, I don't understand, help and teach me, to, I'm pretty sure I do understand, this is what I think it is, am I right? You now go from someone who is uncertain, who needs their hand held, to someone who is assertive, who knows what they're talking about, but is humble and wants to check to make sure that they know what they know, right? Over time, this will give you belief through proof that you actually do know what you're doing, right? You will start to believe that you are competent, because if every time you ask, hey, this is how I think that it works, am I right? Have I missed anything? And they go, yeah, you're right. No, you've missed nothing. You're going to start believing that you know exactly what you're talking about because you've got the proof that you do, right? Rather than going in and saying, hey, give it to me from A to B, and then you sitting there waiting for someone else to teach you, and you not, first of all, understanding if you get it by explaining it, but also making them do a load of work. Like, it sucks all around. So there are 3 massive benefits to reframing your questions this way. So I'd strongly recommend it, and it's definitely one of the reasons as to why I am confident, extremely confident in what I'm confident in. But when I'm not, I'm very happy to put my hand up and say, I don't know about this. This is how I think it works. Have I misunderstood? Right? Because then you don't look like a fool either. Because you're going, this is the understanding I believe that I have. From what you've told me, what part have I missed on? And it's so much easier to fix as well when you're explaining than if someone is teaching it all back to you, because they don't know where your gaps are. There we go. Hopefully this will help you, and hopefully help me looking back on this, on how to reframe questions to help you get better at all of this stuff in life. All right, guys, have a great one. Peace.